Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here today on Thursday, July 17th, my son's 21st birthday. Happy birthday, James. And I'm here today with TLC Virgins, Season 1, Episode 6, Grand Slam. And it's the season finale, you guys. I didn't realize until I was watching the episode. I said, oh shit, it's the season finale. I actually like this series, okay, and I'm kind of sad to see that it's ending only after 6 episodes. Unlike 90 Day Fiance, which they drag out to like 20,000 episodes. I could have used a few more episodes of Virgins. I could use a season 2 of Virgins, okay? So let's hop right into it. Deanne, on the other hand, I do not want to see her back for a second season because I'm sorry, especially after what happened on the season finale with her perfect date, Conrad. Okay, I totally believe this shit is totally scripted. At least her part is totally scripted. Okay, honestly, in my gut, I do not think Deanne is a 35-year-old virgin, but that's just my opinion. Okay. So she met this guy Conrad at that comedy club dating event where she was on stage blindfolded and told a whole room of people that she was a 35-year-old virgin. She's on her way to his house. Okay. Now, this is technically your first date with this dude. Like you said yourself, you only spent about 20 minutes with him on stage in a real like crazy type environment. So if you were really that uncomfortable, Deanne, why did you agree to go to his house for a first date? Why not meet him in a restaurant, at a coffee shop? But no, she's driving to his house, okay? And she says, that kind of makes her feel a little bit uncomfortable because going to his house could maybe give him the impression that things may, get physical or whatever the case may be. And as I'm listening to her talk, all I could think of is, Deanne, why didn't you just go to a restaurant? Why did you agree to go to his house? Just saying. Okay, so she gets there. He's like, I got a private chef for us for the night. I want to give Deanne a great night. They go outside, and his back area has roses and flowers, and he says, and candles and stuff. And it's like really romantic and intimate. And he says, this is my space back here. I love to have, roses everywhere at all times. And I'm thinking in my head, okay, this is bullshit. This is totally scripted because I hate the stereotype. But what straight dude that that lives by himself always has fresh roses around his apartment? Fresh roses is the key word here. I mean, yeah, he could have roses around his apartment, but more likely than not, they will be half dead. Okay, this dude claims that he keeps his space filled with fresh roses and candles at all times. So I'm like, okay. So the two of them are having a conversation in the backyard, and and they're feeling each other. Okay, Deanne is having a great time. Next thing you know, they're holding hands. Okay, and this is where she starts to get a little freaked out because she can tell that he wants to kiss her. So he's like, let me give you a house tour before you go. So they go into the house, and he's like, I just want to give you a little baby kiss. And she tells him, I know, but the cameras, it's so uncomfortable on camera. And the whole time I'm thinking, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. So she says she might have used the TV show as an excuse on, not to kiss him. So she guessed that spark really isn't there. And I just roll my eyes and shake my head. So Deanne is still searching for someone with that spark. I don't know if she's ever going to find him, but hey, more power to her. She set a goal to find him by the end of the year, maybe. Okay. So now let's move on. Deanne posted some question and answer sessions to her gram. She also posted a selfie that said, just like that, it's all coming to an end. So someone asked, would you be open to dating someone outside of LA? She said, absolutely. Would you go on season two? Maybe. Do you feel this experience has helped you or hurt you on the dating journey? She said definitely helped. First dates aren't so scary anymore. Are you still single? I am. And then she thanks her friends for appearing on this journey with her. Now, moving on. Alex. Oh, Alex, Alex, Alex. I want to reach to the TV, give you a hug, and smack you in the back of the head at the same time. Okay, so since he took Lauren on their second date to the bar to meet his sisters, okay, now they went out on a few more dates after that, and things have been going fantastic. So they haven't kissed yet, and he decides that he's going to set up this wonderful romantic weekend for the two of them. Okay, this is technically their third date. So they go out to the Poconos and they go to this place called Cove Haven. I'm actually familiar with this place. My in laws used to have a house out in the Poconos. Okay, so yes, love lives here. It is a couple's resort, and the fact that Alex thought it would be a great idea to take Lauren on their third date, they still haven't kissed. She still doesn't know that he's a virgin, to this place where they have heart-shaped pools and champagne glass bathtubs. Okay, so he is planning on telling her that he's a virgin, maybe while they soak in the heart-shaped pool. I don't know. She's a little freaked out by the room. Okay. She's like, I didn't expect this. This is only our third date. And we're at like this romantic couples resort. So, but Alex is prepared though. He is prepared just in case anything happens. He shaved downstairs. And I'm like, dude, first of all, that's TMI. And second of all, what do you think is going to happen once you tell Lauren you're a virgin? Like, do you really think she's going to want to take your V card this weekend? Dude, okay. So they go to this place called Spooners. And basically, it's like an adult arcade. And he's like, I have something to tell you. And she's looking at him like, what? She's like, I have absolutely no idea what he has to tell me. But he tells her that he's a virgin. And she is like, holy shit. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this. And like, does he expect anything to happen this weekend? Like, I get all the thoughts that were going through her head. Like, first of all, this was their third date. They hadn't kissed. He takes her to this like romantic couples resort with the heart-shaped pool in the room and the champagne glass bathtub, and then he drops the bomb that he's a 35-year-old virgin. So I'm surprised her brains didn't splatter all over the place. So they go back to the room, okay? And he's like, do you want to try the champagne tub or do you want to sit in the pool? So she's like, let's sit in the pool, okay? And, she, like I said, is freaking out, okay? So he gets in the pool and she sits at the edge, doesn't take her robe off. You could feel the energy in the room is totally off, and he is getting sloppy drunk. Okay, let's just call it for what it is. So now we have a sloppy drunk man in a heart shaped pool in the room with Lauren on their third date in this romantic resort, and he just dropped to her that he's a virgin. I don't blame Lauren for wanting to get the fuck out of there as fast as she could, okay? Which she did. She wound up getting her own room. And Alex is like, you know something? I understand. It was too much too soon. And, I learned another lesson basically. So he got to enjoy the champagne glass tub all on his own. And after that romantic weekend getaway, him and Lauren went their separate ways. He is back on the apps again and is looking for that special someone to take his V card. So Alex posted to the gram a thank you to the crew, called them second family, said they worked great together. I'm glad that Alex had a really good filming experience. So now moving on, Sonali. When we last saw Sonali, okay, her sex therapist was telling her to make friends with her vagina, to become friends with her vagina. And she has no idea what that meant, how to even start. So she did her research and she came up with Nikki Jean, who is a priestess healer. And I believe she calls the process Yumi circling or something like that. So basically, Tsunami tells her about her vaginismus and the dilators and all of the physical problems that she's having in that pelvic area. Okay. So Nikki Jean shows her this quartz crystal that she is going to put in her vagina and try to not only loosen the muscles but create energy and cleansing and all the good things. Sonali is looking at that quartz crystal and she says that it reminds her of the smallest dilator, and that one is painful. Okay. So we start the process with some roses and some deep breathing. And then she starts to put the quartz crystal up Sonali's vagina. And at first, she's in pain. She's in real pain. She's gasping. She's crying. But then the next thing, okay, she is feeling a sensation that she has never ever felt before. Tingles from her head to toe. She was laughing, crying, giggling all at the same time. She could not control herself, and she said she never felt anything like this before. So the producer asked her, "Do you think that you had an orgasm?" And she's like, "Absolutely." She's like, "Absolutely." So Sonali, finally, thank you to Priestess Nikki Jean, got to experience an orgasm, okay, and what that feels like. And now she could learn to love her vagina first in order to experience that again. And as you can see, Sonali is discovering all the things to learn to love her vagina. And she hopes, that she could share this with someone very soon. And guess what? She meets a dude and he's a virgin too. Bingo! Perfect match. So now, finally, Rasha, my girl Rasha. Okay. She is at the adult resort. Now, Alex took Lauren to a couples resort. This resort is way different than the Love Cove. Okay. So she has seen body parts hanging out, dinglings, boobies, ass, everything you could think of. She has been invited to join in on some activities that she politely declined. Okay. So her and her friend Jessica head over to the pool and they're like, "Can we join?" And the people in the pool are like, "Can we join? Is the motto here." So, she's talking about how she misses William, and even though she's here at this resort and there's all this new experience going on, she kind of wishes William, was there with her. Okay. So cheers to Rasha and William, because guess what? William's heading over. Okay. She texted him last week and he said, "Sure, why not?" And he is heading over and he's going to beat her at the club. Okay. So Rasha's getting ready to go to the club. She's nervous as fuck. Okay. And Her producer was like, girl, last time you told me you wanted to get those cheeks clapped. Why are you being so damn shy about it? And she's cracking up. She's shy. She's nervous. She's feeling all the feelings. Okay. Her friend Jessica is like, I just want Rasha to get her groove on. Okay. For Rasha to get her groove back, get her groove on, as long as she feels comfortable within her comfortable guidelines. Okay. So Rasha is really, really happy. William is coming. William is coming. William is 5 minutes away. William is there. And she is giggling like a schoolgirl. Then she's like, can I have a kiss? Do you mind kissing? And he's like, sure, why the hell not? So next thing you know, Rasha is sticking her tongue down his throat, her first real tongue kiss, and she said it was perfect, okay? Not too much slob. So you go, girl. Then next, she was like, do you want to see my room? Rasha, Rasha, you get it on, girl. You get it on. But like Jessica said, within your boundaries, whatever makes you feel comfortable. So, William's a little, freaked out by the room. There's a stripper pole in the middle of it. And mirrors everywhere. That was the other thing I forgot to mention that freaked out Lauren with Alex. Walked in the room and there were mirrors everywhere, even on the ceiling. And Lauren was like, yo, what the hell? Well, it's kind of the same situation in Rasha's room. So William's like looking at all the mirrors, looking at the stripper pole. But, Rasha, you could tell she was a little tipsy whipsy, lays on the bed and says, come kiss me, William. Kiss me. So, yes, she pulled him to her and kissed him passionately, and they're all kissing on the bed. And she's like, all right, you people got to go now. You got to go now. Then she tells her producer, and she's whispering, I like felt it on my booty. And her producer's like, why are you whispering? And she's laughing her ass off. So, Rosh and William have yet to seal the deal. Okay. And until they do, Rasha continues to give herself permission to explore new things. So, in her question and answer session, someone asked her, did you and William get freaky? And she said, we messed around, but we did not have sex. And if you check out my interview with her, I recently had a chance to sit down with her. Okay. She talks about how she is not currently with anyone at the moment, but what her plans are for the future. Check out the interview. It's a great one. Rasha has a great personality. This was one of my favorites. And thank you, girls, so much for sitting down with me. So that is basically it. That's the end of the season. Honestly, I enjoyed watching it. And let's see, maybe there'll be a season two. Thank you, everybody, for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. Share my video with a friend or 10. Please consider joining my membership and check out my merch. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.